It is your money and your safety. A battle over public safety dollars is now in a St. Louis courtroom tonight. City police are demanding tens of millions of dollars more from the city, and they want it right now. First Alert 4 Chief Investigator Lauren Traeger is watching the budget battle.
What we're talking about here is a math problem and a word problem. The city of St. Louis and the state-run police department arguing over the exact definition of general revenue, about percentages, and about pots of money. Now, this fight is playing out in front of a St. Louis City judge today. It's the very latest in what has become a contentious battle between that state-run police board and the city and its mayor. But now the attorney for the Board of Police Commissioners is arguing that they need the money right now, and they need a judge to rule that. The attorney claiming the city owes the police $67 million more than what the city had previously committed to giving them.
That is their appropriation. It's set by statute from now until the end of time. And so, Judge, we're asking you to compel the city to do this appropriation, give the additional appropriation that is necessary to run this police department.
But the city, though, claims that pots of money like the Rams settlement and reserve fund should not count towards overall totals the police are entitled to under state-controlled laws, because they say it would quickly deplete the reserves that the city needs.
Having sufficient reserves is a matter of the fiscal health of the enterprise or the city.
This legal action, though, one of four. The city has already sued the police department. That case is still pending. There are two other separate lawsuits, too, seeking to toss out state control of the police department altogether. And all of this is costing taxpayers. The attorney for the police gets paid more when there are lawsuits, and the city has hired experts for this hearing at $450 and $650 an hour. In the newsroom, I'm Lauren Traeger, First Alert 4.
The judge says she'll take arguments into consideration, then make a ruling later. First Alert 4 Investigates is following all of this, and you can find expanded coverage right now on Roku, Fire TV, and all of our streaming channels.